Alrighty, Scissor Live. This is not some alien trying to get me. It is my new microphone. And we're just going to wait a minute for some people to get into the chat. Perhaps less people today since the Ramsey Show was a replay. But we'll see if we can get anybody in here. Could you hear all that?
Yeah.
Clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm holding the phone now, but I had it on the desk. What up, Flash? Flash has made it. We'll wait about another 30 seconds and then we'll go. Sydney typing. Welcome to the Aftershow show in the chat. Alrighty, while I was waiting, I could have gotten my notes up. I did not do that. I will do that now. And we'll go. Do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH.
IO.
It's the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. Joining me today is moderator and as moderator and co-host is Sydney. Say hi, Sid.
Hey, everybody.
So you can schedule a free coaching consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on the Instagram at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, send to coachstevemoney@gmail.com via PayPal. And I think I've already made it. What up, Bill? Thought you said you weren't going to be able to make it. Speaking of making it better, I have spent $24 on a mic. You can see some of it in front of me. That's like the spit guard or the pop guard or something like that. I don't know these terms, but anyway, and I think it sounds a lot better. In my testing earlier, it sounded a lot better. I have what I'm doing on the phone, Bill. Bill asked what I'm doing on the phone. I have a special guest. And,
Hi, Bill.
And that would be the moderator, Sid. If you have any questions real quick, Bill, for me or Sid, you can ask before you leave. While you're typing that, I will say that today's Ramsey Show was a replay since the personalities are in Dallas this week for the EntreLeadership Conference. The hosts were Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman in a replay from April 6th. The mod of the Ramsey Show chat did tell us that there would be some live shows this week, but no further clarification. So we don't know what days, we don't know what hosts. We don't know anything like that. Bill has 3 minutes and he wants to know how old you are. Fun. I don't know if I muted you or not, Sid. Did I mute you? Or are you just not saying anything?
Not saying anything at the moment.
Okay, all right.
I did earlier.
Okay, something popped up on the screen. I didn't know if it muted you or not. All right. Market report. Everything was down slightly, losing some of Friday's gains, except small cap, and that was slightly up. So, yeah, not a bad day. The biggest move was, I think, like 0.38%, like 38th of 1%. And that's not a big, it was down, but not a big down, and that was in the NASDAQ. I forgot to say, $10 book sale going on through May 31st. I recommend The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey and Debt Free Degree by Anthony O'Neill. Let's see. I'll read over the stuff. Do you have anything to talk about, Sid?
Oh, just Bill making himself a new mom.
Yeah. Why can't you be on the phone? Yeah, you're not the new mod. You're not going to be. This is as much involvement as you're going to have, Bill. You haven't earned it. You haven't, by being a troll at all, you've not ingratiated yourself. So enjoy what you can have. Yeah. If anybody else other than Bill would like to, let's see, I'll upset him sporting a new haircut. That's right. I used my $6.99 Great Clips hair coupon and got a haircut the other day. Also shaved. Fun times. Let's see. If anybody else has a question or comment, go ahead and type it in the chat. What up, Tina? I see the Queen of Sheba made it today. Thanks. Bye, Bill. Good luck with the biggest deal of your life at 23. Saying anything is the biggest of your life at 23. It seems ridiculous to me, but all right. Good luck. Yeah, Tina, he mistakenly thinks that he's blocked on like every other account or something and keeps making new ones or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. What do you guys think of the sound so far? I have the server fan on in the other room, and it seemed to be okay. And I think you can even hear Sid say some stuff, Sid, to the people.
Hi guys, how are y'all doing today?
Yeah, how can you guys hear Sid through the phone, through the microphone? Are you guys seeing her? Okay, great. All the comedians on podcasts, when they call their friends, this is what they do. They pick the phone and then they hold it up to the mic. So cool. All righty. Well, I have one more thing to talk about, but if you'd like, if you have any questions again or any comments you'd like to make, certainly go ahead and type them in, and we will get to you, promise. What else?
I'm going to mention that Hostess is down. So Twinkies are on sale. Twinkies.
From where? Oh, I see what you're saying. Sid says Hostess
1.7.
single stock is down from Hostess, and I'm sure we have a mutual fund with those in there, not the. You just happened to look that up, Sid?
Yeah, it was the one that caught my eye.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with a good Twinkie. That's what Woody Harrelson's character liked in the Zombieland movie. Not snowballs.
Yes.
It's not the flavor. It's the consistency that he has the problem with. All right, you guys remember? Are you guys old enough to remember when Twinkies went away for a while? You guys are. That wasn't that long ago. So let's see what I want. Dave gets a lot of calls in which the caller wants to know what to do with a bulk sum of money, be it savings, inheritance, or anything else, where they suddenly have X number of dollars all of a sudden, and they want to know what to do with it. And the advice is always the same. You apply the money to whatever baby step you're on. So if you're on baby step 2 and you get an inheritance or whatever, you just walk right up the baby steps. And Sid drew a breath in and even made a sound, so I think she has something to say.
Oh, no, I just said always.
Oh, she said always. All right. Okay, we're still working this back and forth thing out, so if it's a little awk today, don't hit the unlike button. That's right, Obs. Obs says, don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. And if you've already liked and if you've already subscribed, I appreciate it muchly. I'm still at 1.2K views. It won't show me a difference until it goes up to 1.3. And I think is 147 hours watched. So I do need to get a bunch more content on there, and obviously doing this show every day, it will help. I successfully passed my application call this morning to the Ramsey Preferred Coaching boot camp. So I'll be doing that. I'm sure that's just like some online stuff and some calls in which they put me through the ringer to make sure that I'll give good advice to people that they refer, I'm sure. So we'll see how that goes coming up.
And we all wish you the best of luck with that, Steve.
Thank you, Sid. I appreciate that. And you said you're gonna put in what, two job applications a day until you get one?
Yeah.
And then even after that, maybe you could keep putting them in, and maybe you may get no better one. To like where? What other than your current? Like all over?
Well, I'm having issues with remotivating myself for the PM because of how much it
Oh, okay.
takes. But I can do that.
Are there any other internal positions at the company you're currently 1099ing for?
Everything right now is out in the field for a lot of stuff, which I'm not developing, or if they're shooting. Also,
Where the call's going out, Sid. It's going in. Your voice is going in and out.
everything that's out right now is all for field workers, so people who are working on the power lines or their supervisors. And I'm not qualified for either of those.
There you go. That fixed it. What was the difference there?
Put the mic like directly in front of my face instead of to the side.
Okay. Could you talk directly into your phone, ma'am?
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Joy says, congratulations, Steve. Thank you. And I'm at 38 subs, I think. So Joy, of course, says, whoa, nearly half of 100. All right. Ob said that's what he said to something or another. I don't know. Gonna need some clarification on that, Obs. Bill said he was leaving, and then instead of leaving, he said the audio sucked. I assume he means sucked.
And he was probably talking about when my phone was not in front
Oh
of my face.
yeah, could be. You got to have it in front of your face. That's also what she said. Okay.
Okay, Aubrey.
My voice is going in and out too, Hobbs? Because I heard hers doing it on my phone, and that's got nothing to do with the connection here. All right. Okay, her voice is going in. Okay, all right. That was just her problem. As I said, this is the first time we're working it out. But I'm glad it does seem to be as easy as the comedians make it seem when they call their friends. It's a lot funnier when they do that, though. They're all right, Bill. Good luck with your thing. Right. Oh, I see. Gotcha, Obs. She was explaining her. That's what he said. Joke. So now I got it.
No, you should not be YouTube chatting and driving.
YouTube chatting and driving is not approved by the Ramsey Show Aftershow show at all, at any time. Yeah, don't do that at all. Flash said it was weird. The audio today was playing Dr. John Deloney and Dave today, but it was broken up in 3 hours, but 3 different days. It was really weird. Yeah, they do. Is that the audio on the website or the network? Maybe Bill has a driver. That would be fun. Or he
Very
took it.
fancy for a 23-year-old.
Or he took an Uber. An Uber. Oh, the Ramsey and on the Ramsey network. Yeah. They it seems like they have different replays when there's replay days. It seems like they have different ones most of the time. All right. Okay, Bill says he's driving and YouTube chatting at the same time. Maybe he'll make it.
Okay, so you know what we're going to do that? For
Yeah.
safety reasons, we're going to time him out so we can
Oh,
drive.
look at you. There you go. Good job. Good job. All right. So he's timed out. Cool. And that's fun. If you guys were wondering what happens when you do that, it does show all of his, it says message was deleted by Sydney and view the deleted message. So I can look at any of those messages if I want. That's fun. A little behind the scenes stuff. Yes, drive safely, Bill. You're allowed to listen. Listening won't make you get in a wreck, I don't think. I hope not. Joy says, Bill. Sorry, Bill. That is super inconsiderate. She's right. It is. It is. Oh, gosh. Oh, that made me laugh. Be a decent human, shaking my head. How could you text and drive? And then crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. All right. Is anybody else's? Margaret's video is hesitating and buffering. Anybody else having problems with that? Nobody else has complained. At any rate, I hope nobody's having problems. It usually happens
on my phone when it starts acting dumb. So I suggested she try closing the app and restarting it.
Okay. All right. Tina Obbs is good and Flash are good. So awesome. Well, obviously, the Queen of Sheba would have no problems. I bet she has the best internet in all the land. All right. So I'm out of things to talk about, Sid. What did you prepare?
I mean, we can talk about my journey through the Dave Ramsey stuff, but most people here already know it.
Well, you can, sure, go ahead.
So we got married in 2018, and about 3 months later, I needed a project, so I found Dave Ramsey. And I randomly saw somebody mention him on a Facebook comment one day, and I was like, okay, let me store that away in the back of my head for some time in the future when I need something to do. So in March 2019, I actually started watching all the videos and listening to the podcast and all of that, and we started getting on we were already on a budget because we had to pay for our entire wedding by ourselves, so we'd been on a budget the whole time. And we started following the program and everything in March. We got my student loan paid off in 2 months, which a lot of people would cheer for, but it was only $1,000.
Still cheering. Still worthy of cheer.
Yeah, that was most people's store card. Then after that, my coworker left, and they said they weren't going to replace her, which is a gigantic red flag in a department of 3 people. So I started looking for a new job and put everything on pause. And then in August, they made the official announcement that my department was going to close, and I had an interview 3 days later. And I ended up getting the job that interview was for. And when my last day of work was September 6th, I started work on September 17th at my new job, which was excellent timing. Then I had, because of how large the company is, they actually pay severance and that kind of thing. So I got like 2 or 3 more months pay after that. And that was a huge boon to our baby steps, because now that I had a job, I could start paying off. And with all that extra money coming in, it made it a lot easier. So we just pushed all that straight towards the baby steps. And I just kept working constantly. The storm season last year, it was horrible for lots and lots and lots of people. And it was kind of horrible for me going through it, because I worked 16-hour days for 3.5 months straight. But those paychecks were amazing, I'm not going to lie. And that's how we were able to finish up our baby step 2. Thanks, Aubrey.
Aubrey said congrats. That's what she's thanking her for. Continue. Hello?
Testing?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
It disconnected me for some reason.
Yeah, it did. I still saw ongoing call, but I did hear it go doo-doo.
So now we are trying to work on baby step 3 and 3B, which for us is kind of challenging, because as we got through everything, my husband's pain and joint issues got worse and worse, so he's not able to work as much as he was. Plus, obviously, we don't always have a storm season constantly, and I'm not always getting those paychecks, so our income is down a lot. And we're kind of just making a float to get through month by month. But we are trying to save up for our emergency funds penny by penny, and then our house fund penny by penny. But we're hopeful that I will be able to get a better paying job, and he won't have to work, which will bring some of our other expenses down, and we'll be able to save for the house better and faster, and hoping to catch the foreclosure sale next year.
Absolutely.
That was only 5 minutes. I thought it'd be longer.
Could vary. That's what she said. Joy said earlier, not just then, but said earlier, OMG said, that's great. And yeah, that's what when I have like a lot of stuff written down to say, and then I say it, and then I'm done with all my topics, and then I look at the clock and only 10 minutes has gone by. That's how that works. But you did a lot less and like I do. So you're
I feel like I've told that story 5 or 6 times.
Oh, okay.
So I've kind of got most of the worked out.
That could be it. That could be it. Now it also depends on there I go. Did it again. Maybe the context of it, because when I record my screen and talk about Madden football, I use a free program that the free version times out after 15 minutes. That's as much as you can record on it. And I start talking, and it seems like 5 minutes later it's done, and I'm still talking a mile a minute. Guess it's just what you're into, right? Just what you know a lot about, likely. Yeah. Which is not to say I don't know a lot about financial coaching, because I do. I graduated in everything. All righty. So, yeah, I think that's all we have today, unless anybody else has some questions. The last we heard, Bill was going to fix Sydney's problems. I don't know exactly what problem. Maybe a retirement. I don't know. But
I think he has issues with the $550 a month that I got from the Retirement Inspired Quotient.
Oh, and that was saying what you had to put in?
Yeah.
To get there? Okay.
But that's even more than the 15% that goes into the Dave plan.
Right.
It's just a matter of how important that 25-year time frame is to me.
Right. Well, that probably goes against his thing of looking for a shortcut, which is why I was asking where he was when Dave was telling the caller there's no shortcut to this process. So, but that could be something like that, where he's going to tell you like that's not enough time or something like that. I don't know. we'll find out maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be able to
become disabled at age 55 or something. There's no reason I have to retire then. It's just I'd like to have the option.
That's right. Well, he's the one that wants it in stone when he can retire, instead of just like doing the best he can and then retire when he can. That's not good enough for him, I guess. But we'll see. Maybe the contract that he's signing today will take care of him. And if you're watching and you're not familiar with this Bill saga, he's a confirmed troll. We knew he was a troll before. He said he was 43. He's since admitted to 53. Being 53, right? He's since admitted to being a troll and says he wants to be honest with us now, and says he's 23 and in college and working part-time, but he still wants to retire early. So that's the story on that. So any questions he asked, I'm just assuming he's telling the truth now, knowing full well it may not be. And so to be honest,
talk about whatever situation he says he's in today.
Yeah, to be honest, as the kids say, although why wouldn't I be honest? But anyway, to be honest, for me, he provides good content. So that's why I had him blocked before, and so I unblocked him, so I could see what he was asking. Because even if he's lying about the situation, there's somebody out there that's in the situation, and maybe they'll hear it. Let's see. Tina says, baby step 6 feels so good to see that number go down. I bet, Tina. Oh, she made an extra principal payment today of $1,200. She made that extra principal payment. She made that TAday.
TAday.
That's right. Joy says she's so excited to make extra principal payments. Just got a house though, so probably have it.
Here's a question for the people in the chat. Do y'all hear any kind of accent from me?
Oh yeah, Sid wants to know if she has an accent. I don't think she sounds like a Bayou person that I would normally think of. I thought that kid was the one that says, if you guys have heard that kid, you can search him on the YouTube, search for what is it? Add me on the gram, and how he says it. But maybe he's like from Atlanta or some other place like that. It's definitely Southern, but do you think Sid really has an accent? Margaret thinks so. She thought I had a Columbus accent though, and I think I sound the same as I did in Virginia. But I'll ask some people. I forgot to ask some people at work today, but they never heard me until the person that's been there the longest heard me 5 years ago, and I had already been in Columbus for 15 years.
Well, it might just be the way you pronounce certain words. I know some people from Mississippi, and they said that they could hear our accent because we said room differently. Like we said rum, and they said room.
Oh, you say rum?
It's closer to that, like bedroom.
Interesting. Do you say rough too?
When you're saying just that one word, it's kind of difficult to tell how you say it in conversation.
Do you say rough too, instead of roof?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Those are two different words.
Okay. What, room and roof?
Roof and rough.
Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Joy can't.
One pet peeve is spelling caramel correctly, because spelling it with that second A is a different word. Third A. Caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Right. Joy can't tell that you have an accent either.
I mean, obviously I have an American accent, but that's about it.
Yes. And you don't say Amazon, like the chick I was talking about earlier in the mic test. I did a mic test earlier, and a couple of people saw it, and so I just decided to leave it up. So if you're interested, that's another video you can watch, just where I'm testing the mic by myself. I'm doing it with the server room fan off and with it on. I start with it on, but I get sidetracked and don't even tell you why. I was trying to think of the girl's name, but it was because she said Amazon, and I got this mic from Amazon was the point, and I never got back to that. So that's how my mind works lately.
Okay, then.
Anybody? Yeah. Nice button on that, Sid. I'm out here struggling to finish the sentence, and then you just whip in with, okay, then. Very nice. Very nice. It helps. All right, kids, what time is it? We did about 33 minutes. Anybody else have any questions? One of these days, I'm going to be more prepared, like I've been promising forever. But it being was a little bit busy today, so couldn't. And there wasn't that much chat today, which seems to be the case when there's replays. So it didn't seem like that much went on in the chat.
I always think it's funny that we have these people who come in on replay days that say that they've listened to Dave for years and they're upset that there's a replay.
Right.
And they've never been in the chat before.
Right.
And we had a couple of those today.
Right. Well, they're finally mad enough about it to get out a full screen and type something in, I guess.
And then, of course, those are the same people that never read the entire chat, so they'll just comment saying that you're doing this wrong, and we're like, okay, like 5 of us have already told them that.
Right. Or if the mod has already said that they're fixing the audio problem, that kind of thing. Yeah, they don't read. Yeah. They don't read it first. It's all right. It's all right. Let them live, I guess. All right. We're still.
Yeah, that's not a hill to die.
We're still.
I do not have enough energy for that.
Yep. Joy says maybe they are silent participants. Yeah. I mean, it's not often, but sometimes maybe I do wish that, especially when there's a bunch of trolling. It's like, I could just put this full screen and not have to worry about any of this. So Queen of Sheba says if they don't want to watch the replay, leave the chat. Oh, so she's not playing any games. All right, you guys have, I assume I will have, all of us will have Sid for more episodes when her work schedule allows. But if you guys have any questions for her, this would be a good time. Obviously, if it's too personal, she'll opt out of answering, but you could certainly try. If you have anything you want both of us to weigh in on to get our opinions, I'm sure we disagree on plenty of stuff. And I'm fine with her disagreeing with me on stuff.
Good, because it's probably going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Certainly it will. Joy wants to know what Sid's favorite color is.
Purple.
Red is mine.
That was an easy one.
Yep. Red is mine. Pizza Princess, like,
I used to think
cyan.
I used to not have a favorite color, and then one day I realized that most of my shirts are purple, so I was like, yeah, I have a favorite color.
Joy also wants to know if it's baby step related, it was 2 or 3 harder for you.
Neither one of them was really hard for us because, like I said, we were already, we had to scratch and claw to pay for our wedding, and we did that for 2 years, so we were already used to living like that ever since we moved to this area that we're living in now. So when we got to the point where we were pushing all that money towards debt, it wasn't as difficult. What's, not as difficult as it is for some people who are going from living life large and doing everything they want to now they have to live on a budget, because we've always been living on a budget. The most difficult part about it right now is kind of baby step 3, because my husband has had to take a step back from work, and because that's reducing our income, so our progress is so much slower. But last year was really, really great for us, and it gave us a pretty decent boost to our baby step 3 fund. And once the IRS gets their head out their butt about the refunds that they owe people who filed their taxes before they change their mind about things, then we'll actually be done with baby step 3. But it's this saving money part where our income has been reduced, that's a lot more of a drag than previous steps were.
Alrighty, sorry for the acrobatics there with the camera, but I had my notes in the way, and so I didn't realize that the phone has been covering my face the whole shift. I mean, the whole show, which some people may think that's an improvement, but I just got to do it something like this, like be off to the side, kind of. Any other questions or comments for Sid or myself? Otherwise, we'll get out of here, and I will attempt to have a better show tomorrow with or without Bill, if he can make it. If you guys didn't catch it during the show, during one of the shows where I yelled at Bill, I put that in the title, saying also known as the Steve Yells at Bill show, and I also introduced the show by saying it's the Steve Yells at Bill show, and then I said no, not really. So that was fun if you missed those things. Once again, like and subscribe if you've already done that. Thank you so much. That's the only way this stuff happens. And you can email me at coachstevemoney@gmail.com for a free financial coaching consultation assessment. Also, to use that same address for donating via PayPal. That's coachstevemoney@gmail.com. And I'm on the Instagram at coachstevemoney. I do have the Twitter account. I haven't put anything up yet, though. So I will add that in at my leisure. Maddie Baggs showed up and said, hey, and yes, like and subscribe. Queen of Sheba says, have a great night, guys. Because it is dinner time for people, I'm sure. Maddie Baggs, before we get out of here, you got any questions for Sid? Now that we have her.
Hi, Matt.
Hopefully we'll have her for more episodes as she's available from work, but we'll see. Any other comments or anything? Do you have anything to plug, Sid?
No, not really. I don't really do social media that much.
Okay, all right. You're not taking email questions or donations or anything like that? Yeah, you can also email me if you're unable to make the chat, but you do watch the show later and you would like myself and or Sid to answer any questions. You can email those questions to that same email address, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Thank you. Did you see Matt's question?
Yeah, Matt wants to know what kind of jobs I'm looking for, and that's kind of a difficult question to answer because I started really getting into project management. I'm wanting to work my career in that direction. However, it's kind of uncertain as to whether getting the certification for that is going to get me a job, and it's $600. And as I described a few minutes ago, it's really hard for us to save up money with how low our income is right now. So I'm kind of just looking for anything in an administrative skill set because that's really where I thrive. I thrive on processes and consistency, but still maintaining a flexibility that you need. So I'm kind of working towards the administrative side right now. Trying to get into project management later. Me too, Matt. I feel bad for my husband too.
Alrighty. Joy's out. Bath night for BB. Have fun with that, Joy. Anybody else got anything? If not, we'll cut out. And that means leave, I think. Alrighty then. I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Do not know which days the rest of the week will be live shows, but Mod assures us there will be He said more than one. He said some shows. So, Maddie Bags, I forgot my pizza this morning on the way to Menards. Didn't have time to go get it back, to go pick it up from my apartment. So I just got gyro and fries today. And that's all I've had. So I will bring that pizza and have it for tomorrow and Wednesday's food while I'm here at work.
A gyro? You told us you were getting Chipotle.
Yeah, they said the door says they open 10:45, and when I got there, a lady was locking up the door saying we'll be open at noon. So I was like, all right, I don't have time for this. And so by the time I got the gyro, though, I could have just stayed there and had Chipotle, but it's all right. It'd been a while since I had a gyro too. So Maddie with the hard-hitting questions about pizza.
Oh, I did decide where we're going for my birthday dinner.
Oh, where's that?
It's a place called Jolie Pearl. They have their own oyster farm. So they get to, like, my husband's really picky about eating his seafood, but he's okay with going over there because they grow their own oysters.
Now, is that a show exclusive, or does your husband already know?
He knows. I told him.
Oh,
earlier.
okay. All right. I was wondering if you were going to make that a show exclusive and let us know first. Okay. Guess not. All right. All righty. Okay.
But y'all are the first ones I've told after him.
There we go. That's something at least. We'll take that. Breaking news. Breaking news on the Ramsey Show after show. Yeah, oysters not for me either, Maddie.
Yeah, with y'all living like in the Midwest like that, well, I know Ohio's technically not the Midwest, but I think it is. It looks like it is.
Close.
I wouldn't trust most seafood from over there either.
Right. But like the same thing with snowballs, though, and oysters. It's not the taste, it's the consistency, definitely. Cold Stone Creamery. Yeah, that's good for the Beatus, Matt. Maddie says, we like our beef, Sydney.
I mean, we have cows down here, too.
In Louisiana, really?
Actually, I know a couple of restaurants in New Orleans that don't serve anything that didn't come from within a 100-mile radius.
Really? I would not think there would be farms down there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about geography, so that's not. I would think it would all be shrimping boats and stuff.
The whole state is not a swamp, I promise.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
It's just mostly a swamp.
I'm going by that Adam Sandler movie, and what other movie did I see that was there? I can't remember. So you're saying it's not always like the movies, is what you're saying?
Shockingly, no.
Maddie Bags wants some jambalaya.
They made a joke about Cincinnati in The Good Place.
Okay.
They were talking about how everyone deserves a medium place. If you're a medium person, if you're not very, very good and you're not very, very evil, you should get a medium place like Cincinnati. Everyone should go to Cincinnati.
All right, fair enough. I don't think that was Billy Madison. No, it was the football one.
The
what
Water
was
Boy.
that? Yeah, the Water Boy. That was the one where he was
also,
down
Matt,
in the bayou.
jambalaya does not have to have shrimp in it.
See, I didn't know that either, Maddie. So if you didn't know that, don't feel bad. But Maddie's a cook. He knows some of that stuff.
There's two main kinds of jambalaya or gumbo, and it's either hen and sausage, which is just chicken and sausage. We just call it hen and sausage, or seafood based. So, hen and sausage is good for when it's not seafood season. You can go ahead and get that, and then seafood based is good for during the summer and the spring.
Is that from Waterboy, Maddie? My name is Roberto, your father?
Yeah, that's from Waterboy.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. the only quotes I can think of that are not appropriate for this endeavor.
Yeah, I almost had to swear on your show, and I'm sorry. It's raining and thundering down here.
Oh, okay.
I got scared.
Well, you didn't swear, so that's the important thing. Alrighty, I guess we'll wrap up and save some of this gold for tomorrow. Do not know if it's going to be a replay or a live show, but we will be here. Eventually, I may take a day off of this show and maybe air a replay myself when they have a replay. But for right now, since it's so new, this is episode 22 of this show. And so probably I'll keep doing them for a while. I'm going to do some shorts. That's the new thing YouTube has. And it's basically it's like TikToks, very short videos. I think 15 seconds or less, something like that. And so I could make some of those with like a lot of financial tips, do a baby step a day, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be doing some more of those and trying out other types of content. All righty. Well, that's it for today. Make smart financial decisions
Every day.
That's right, Sid. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.